Hello, everyone. I'm Asad Khan, and I'm the head of product management for SQL and hybrid data services. I'm so glad to see how customers and partners are accelerating their digital transformation, finding innovative ways to be more productive, agile, and resilient. Since we previewed Azure Arc-enabled data services, we have been working with our early adopter customers to understand and validate their hybrid use cases. It has been a humbling journey for us to learn and adapt so our solutions can support your needs, not only for existing applications, but also for the future strategy around microservices and containers. The reality is that data sovereignty, regulations, and latency continue to drive the need for distributed compute across customer data centers, multi-cloud, and the edge. Therefore, cloud-based data solutions that deliver consistency, portability, and unified management across the state will help you to improve productivity, drive down costs, and unlock the data insights at the location where data is created. We have started with Azure SQL and Azure PostgreSQL databases running on any infrastructure and any Kubernetes, providing that cloud experience for your data workloads across on-prem and the clouds. First, that experience includes unique Azure innovation with an evergreen SQL that has no end of support. It also means we will continue to bring the latest capabilities from the cloud to the customer-managed infrastructure on a regular basis. Second, it comes in the form of a service. You will have all the built-in management capabilities whenever you provision a database, such as high availability, backup, restore, etc. Just like in Azure, those routine DBA tasks will be fully automated at scale. Third, it will allow database workloads on your own infrastructure to elastically scale without application downtime. So you can optimize workload performance and the infrastructure utilization. This means you don't need to pre-purchase a footprint based on the projected peak use for the next 3 years. You can run based on the actual needs, scaling up, down, or scaling out accordingly. Of course, we will provide you with a single pane of glass across all deployments of your data workloads and make hybrid an integral part of the Azure experience, with all the tools that you are already familiar with. Last but not the least, we are the only cloud provider that supports your data workloads regardless of your connectivity mode. You will enjoy the same benefits for your remote locations with or without the continuous direct connection to Azure. With that, I am thrilled to announce that Azure SQL enabled by Azure Arc will be generally available on July 30th, 2021. And customers can start with the general purpose tier made available across all Azure regions. Azure Arc-enabled Postgres Hyperscale is in preview and will become available generally soon. Now let's hear the story from one of our preview customers, SKF. And I would like to welcome Sven, who is the head of digital manufacturing at SKF Group. Hello, Sven. We are so glad to have you join our session and share your team's experience. We have heard Victoria speaking to SKF business priorities and wonder, could you share more about your project and your challenges?
I'm absolutely stoked to be here with you, Asad. And for sure, I can share something about our journey. We're on a journey leveraging digitalization to improve operational efficiency across all SKF manufacturing units. As you can see, I'm joining you from one of our factories in Sweden, where we have the SKF headquarters. We call this journey Lean Digital Transformation, and this for sure has some challenges. Challenges could be broken down into two different categories. We have organizational challenge, first of all. The challenge in organization comes down to building continuous adaptation, ability to adapt digitalization technologies to increase the operational efficiency and strive for data-driven manufacturing. And the second challenge is the technological platform that needs to be supporting this. Digital transformation is often characterized as too technical, and technology is really one of the key aspects that needs to be sorted so that it doesn't draw, when it's not properly sorted, it draws the focus out from the organizational challenge and the organizational transformation. And by doing that, it jeopardizes you getting the outcomes that you're after.
You mentioned one of the goals is to build the next generation of factories with data-driven manufacturing. Can you share more on why you chose Azure Arc-enabled SQL and how's your experience so far?
Absolutely. So to stay competitive and to serve our customers in today's rapidly changing and challenging market, you need the smartest, most flexible, the most efficient factories in the world. Our factories require IT/OT platforms that are stable and have IT services deployed there with speed. And we require reliability to support the critical manufacturing systems that we're running on them. We have 100 factories at SKF, so we need these kind of platforms also to the right cost. With Azure Hybrid Solutions, we get just that. Services like Azure Arc SQL Managed Instance is providing us a worry-free, a maintenance-free SQL operations.
I'm so honored by what you just said. And in fact, I'm interested to see how this works for one of your applications on your shop floor.
Let's have a look. So what we see in here is Azure Data Studio connected to one of the SQL managed instances. In this case, this SQL instance is located in a Azure Stack HCI in Irisca, Italy. Let's have a look how this is configured. In the settings, you can see that the CPU request for this SQL managed instance is set to 2. What I want to show you is how we're delivering these in a declarative manner. So let's switch over to the Azure DevOps, where you can see in the Git repo the declarations. And in the declaration, you can see here clearly that the CPU requests are set to 2. So let's change that into 3 and make that commit into the Git. Next, we switch over to Argo CD. So Argo CD is an open source tool that we are using to support the continuous delivery. Basically, it connects to the Git repo and reads the declarations from there, and then it applies that into the Kubernetes. So let's filter down into the right service here. So we see we're connected here into the Irisca Argo CD, and we see SQL managed instance, and we see here immediately that there is new declaration available. Let's have a look at that. Here you can see the live manifest, which is representing what is live in production right now. And then also the desired manifest, which is reflecting the changes that we just made. And in the diff, you can see what got changed between the two. We would normally have this synchronization enabled as an automatic background process. But for the sake of the demo, we're going to be synchronizing the changes here manually. And then we're going to grab a cup of coffee while it's updating the pods. So after the pods are restarted, we can see that all services are running according to the declarations. What we can do now is that we can switch back to the Azure Data Studio, and we can refresh the settings here and see how they got reflected in the SQL managed instance. And here you can see the SQL has the CPU request set now to 3. Now, the coolest thing about this, while we were doing this, while we were looking at this and making those code changes, pushing that down and getting that propagated into the Argo CD and applied in the Kubernetes cluster, we had this application running in the Irisca factory the whole time. And the application was running there uninterrupted. So this is really good example what the hybrid cloud can do to us. And this is a tremendous jumpstart for us.
Sven, nothing excites me more than seeing how customers like you are using our solution to achieve your goals. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, and we will work hard to bring more data and analytics innovation in the future.
Thank you, Assad. We really appreciate the partnership with Microsoft, and we cannot wait for the new capabilities to come up with the elastic scale and distributed availability sets, That's going to be making this even more operationally reliable platform.
Thank you, Sven. It was really nice to talk to you. In support of Azure Arc-enabled data services GA, we are happy to announce an extensive network of trusted partners ready to help with your data estate modernization. Our partners have worked closely with our team to validate their Azure Arc hybrid solution and deliver to customers the latest innovation on any infrastructure. We have partnered with industry-leading service and technology partners to help customers manage cloud-native app deployment at scale and across multiple clouds, integrate with cloud-native platforms and deliver purpose-built solutions for data and AI, and accelerate data modernization and create hyper-converged infrastructure solutions by combining highly optimized hardware and solution platforms. To showcase one such partner at the intersection of hardware and software optimization, I would like to bring up Matt Baker, Senior Vice President of Strategy and Planning at Dell Technologies. Good morning, Matt. We are so glad to have you join our session and share your team's experience.
Thanks, Assad. It's great to be here. And, I should just start by saying, Dell and Microsoft have a long and storied history between us, decades of experience of bringing critical solutions to our customers to solve their business and organizational needs. So it's fabulous to be here. And we've had some really recent examples of these joint innovations, from the launch of Azure Stack Hub to Azure Stack HCI, and working together on some of the most challenging big cluster data problems, right? The crunching of this onslaught of data that we have. Our work together on Azure Arc-enabled data services is clearly a natural extension of that, of our long, deep-standing partnership, and to help solve the challenges that our customers are facing today with the unique challenges of hybrid environments.
I agree, Matt. The partnership is amazing and the value we have delivered to our customers. And as we are building the foundation of hybrid together, tell me more about how Dell is viewing the Arc-enabled data services opportunities.
Well, I think between the both of us, we're working to ensure that regardless of where our customers' applications are running and therefore their data resides, we want it to just work, be it in the public cloud, private cloud, at the edge, in this sort of third premises of everything out in the world around us. So we're excited that Arc-enabled data services will help our customers vastly simplify the deployment, management, and governance of their data across Azure SQL, Azure Postgres. And this creates a really agile and flexible environment that allows you across that edge, core, and cloud to really develop new breakthrough applications that drive your business forward.
That's super exciting. Tell me more about how you validate your platform for Azure Arc.
Yeah, we have a significant effort underway around validating our infrastructure solutions overall to enable seamless integration, high performance with these Azure-enabled data services, Azure SQL, Azure Postgres. And today we're excited to announce that a number of our platforms have been tested and validated for these Arc-enabled data services, including the Azure Stack solution, Azure Stack HCI solution that I mentioned already, our VxRail solutions, our PowerFlex solutions, PowerMax solutions, and PowerStore platforms. In addition, we have a number of services that allow our customers to better design these hybrid environments and deploy them in practicality. So we are really investing deeply in ensuring that we can get these Azure-enabled data services out in the world around us.
Matt, that is so great to hear. We are excited to continue our partnership and to bring the hybrid solution that matter to our customers. Matt, where can people go and find out more about the solution Dell is offering?
Well, there's a blog for that, of course. So it'd be great to just go visit blog.dell.com to learn more about what we're doing around Azure Arc and Azure Arc-enabled data services.
Great. Thank you, Matt, for your time today. Now let's unpack on how we price the new offering of Azure SQL enabled by Azure Arc. As I mentioned, we will provide you a cloud billing model for better cost efficiency. Under this model, we provide both a consumption-based billing or pay-as-you-go and a capacity-based billing with reserved instance. This will allow you to choose from either OpEx or CapEx based on your needs. It will also present saving if you choose to go with a longer-term commitment for workloads with predictable use patterns. For existing SQL Server customers with software assurance, we will provide the same set of Azure hybrid benefits as you can have significant saving from reusing your SQL licenses. Combining the long-term commitment and Azure hybrid benefits, you can get a discount of up to 87%. On top of the flexibility to go with OpEx or CapEx, our goal is to unlock savings for you even further. The set of cloud benefits will help eliminate cost with automation at scale and built-in capabilities. And the fact that you can run those cloud-native databases gives you the ability to reuse the infrastructure you already have paid for. As Ryan mentioned, with Azure SQL enabled by Azure Arc being generally available, we want to truly change the paradigm on how data workloads are run in on-premises settings. This release, together with all future Arc-enabled data services, will evolve from a traditional point-in-time to the cloud practice of continuous updates for features and capabilities. A point-in-time release means you are given a fixed set of features at a certain time and then have to wait for another 18 to 24 months before getting the next set at a critical mass. For Azure Arc-enabled data services, however, the release will follow Azure Cloud practice, where we deliver new features and capabilities on a regular basis. Right when we GA the general-purpose tier of Azure Arc-enabled SQL managed instance, we will also maintain a strong pipeline of preview features, which customers can adopt and get support from Microsoft. For example, customers who want to run fully connected mode will adopt the preview service, and by September, they will see their deployments become GA grade. In summary, we will continue to bring new features for preview and then GA those features as we go. As you can see from the release roadmap, immediately after GA, we plan to keep rolling in more mission-critical high availability capabilities, so you can have the peace of mind. By November, customers can expect to get the business-critical service tier for Azure SQL to be generally available. July 30th will just be the start.